No matter how good you are at marketing, you're not going to get traffic from Google unless you stop doing this. Hey everyone, I'm Neil Patel, and today I'm going to share 5 SEO mistakes that are going to kill your traffic. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel. That way, as I release more videos like this, you'll get notified. Quick question for you. How much traffic are you getting per month from Google? Leave a comment below with the number. Because you know what? After you stop making these 5 deadly SEO mistakes, that number is going to increase. The first mistake is putting dates in your URL. I used to do this with neilpatel.com. What a huge mistake. My URL structure used to be neilpatel.com/year/month/title of my blog post. The moment I took out the dates from my URL, guess what happened to my search traffic? Well, within 30 days, it went up by 58%. And I'm not talking about I took my search traffic from 1,000 visitors to, 1,580 visitors. I'm talking about I had hundreds and thousands of visitors from Google already each month with dates in my URL. But the moment I removed them, I saw additional 58% increase in my search traffic. So whatever URL structure you have, just make sure it does not have dates. Reason being is when you have a date in your URL, Google thinks of your site as being relevant to that date. So you write a blog post, they're like, oh, this blog post must be on, related to January 12th, 2025, or whatever the date is today. So if you want your content to continually rank, that evergreen content, you can't be putting dates in your URL. The second mistake that you're making is you're thinking of your site as a silo. It doesn't matter how many different sections you have or categories, it's still one site. It's on one domain name. For example, my blog is about marketing. So when I create content, I link to all the other marketing posts that are relevant to the post that I just released. And you should consider thinking of your website as one big site versus different silos. So when you write content, link to other pieces of content that are relevant. That way, all of your pages are going to be interconnected and they're going to rank higher. The third mistake that you're making, you're thinking of SEO as just SEO. It's not just about on-page code. It's not just about building links. It's not even just about getting social shares. It's about building a brand. Eric Schmidt, the ex-CEO of Google, once said that brands are the solution. What he's talking about is when you're trying to figure out what sites to rank higher than others, he decided, as well as a ton of other people in Google, that if you have a brand, you should rank higher. Why is that? Well, you've heard of this thing called fake news. It's a great way to combat that. It's not just Facebook who's concerned about fake news. It's also Google. It's also LinkedIn. It's also Twitter. It's all of the major platforms out there. So building a brand does wonders for you, especially when it comes to SEO. You can do things like collecting emails to get people to keep coming back to your site. You can use tools like HelloBar to do that for free. You can use tools like subscribers.com to do push notifications, so when people come to your website, within one click, they can subscribe. Getting all those people to keep coming back, it'll help reinforce your brand to them. That'll help you climb in the rankings in the long run. The fourth mistake is just writing content. I know you're thinking, oh Neil, content's king. How is that a mistake? No, writing content isn't a mistake. It's writing content and then not updating it. And that's what most people do. They just write content and they write more new content. Then after that, they write more new content. And guess what they do after that? They write more new content. So if you update your content, Google's going to be like, oh wow, it's fresh, it's hip, it's new, it's still relevant. Let's rank it higher. With over 1 billion blogs out there, Google likes picking brand new updated content versus old outdated content. This doesn't mean you have to rewrite the whole article. It could just be a paragraph or two, a few lines. It could just be reviewing an article, making sure it's still up to date and you make no modifications because it's still good to go. And the last mistake you're making, you're not thinking about the user. Google looks at something called user metrics. Whether it's the browser, whether it's the toolbar, Google wants to make sure people have an amazing experience. They're using all those platforms to track how when people come to your website, how they perceive it. And they can't talk to them by surveying them or anything like that. But what they can see is, hey, does someone perform as a Google search? Click on the listing, land on your site, and within a second, are they clicking the back button? Because if they are, it tells Google, your website, that web page isn't relevant. So by putting the user first, instead of putting SEO first, it'll help you climb to the top. Now, if you're struggling with your site and not getting the search traffic that you deserve, check out my ad agency, Neil Patel Digital. And if you like this video, please leave a comment below, tell other people about it, subscribe to the channel, and of course, like the video itself. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to helping you out later this week.